There's an update on the Alliance Wars bug situation, improved potions and revives are coming soon, and other things from around the community to discuss. Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Friday. Hopefully you're having a lovely day. It's Friday. Yay! Before getting into the news today, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody that supported the second channel where I do a lot of my live streaming because of algorithmic things that I have to explain a lot of the times that I don't live stream on the main channel. But the fact is, thank you very much, and we're going to be starting putting some new content on here, not just the MCOC live streams, but next month Iron Man VR and a few other games as well coming in next month. So thanks again to everybody, and see you tonight for the stream. It may be a special one, and we may do some crystal openings in that, which I'll then create as videos for the main channel. In any case, on with the news. I'm just going to kick off the news by announcing this. So there is going to be a live stream in order to support what's going on at the moment with Stop the Fires in Australia. So we're going to do a charity live stream. I'm not going to be doing it myself, but I will be supporting anybody that does do this. Now this I think is being done by Mash Gaming. Link is in the description. There's also a soft giving page which is an official one as well if anybody did want to give towards this. But I will be trying to make an appearance in some of these live streams. But due to a few commitments like trying to sort out wedding and pre-booked stuff that we can't really get out of, I won't be able to do a live stream or be in full attendance, but I will be able to support wherever I can. Next up, and I can't remember if I put this in a Marvel Contest of Champions news, so I apologise if I've repeated this, but there is some cool ways to get points in certain types of ways to then mean prizes in Marvel Contest of Champions, especially if you have an Android-based device and use the Google Play Store. Frojo34 did a fantastic video on this, link is in the description down below. And how this system works is based on grinding out loyalty points, you're able to then get some decent stuff within the game. Obviously this is about the dollars that you spend in game or the pounds you spend in game. I say mainly dollars because there is a bit of an issue in that this seems to be only available for certain types of countries. And I can confirm with a lot of people that is the case, it is just US only. But at the same time, people have thought about the workaround with VPNs. Someone said it's not worked, which look, it is a bit annoying. So it's a nice thing if you're obviously in America. Obviously fair play. But obviously if you're looking to get this, get things like units, extra units and other stuff, then yeah, unfortunately it's for those that are US only to get this. And obviously if you're a spender, then this could be an added benefit for those that do obviously spend a bit of money on the game. Points mean prizes. Next up, and what is this I see? Well, it is a case that Kabam seems to be putting in the game files some sort of improved revives and health potions. This, I think, is the most important thing that is needed to be in. With 6 stars being added in, increased health pools of champions since ranked 5 stars. Man, we need these better ones. Obviously, when any of these situations that new types of revives of health potions go in, my concern is always the value of unit spend against what you get back from a value sense. Now, I that's the thing, I do worry that these things are going to be higher in cost of units, and it maybe would be a better option for Kabam to kind of reduce down pricing systems for that kind of introduction of that. But, you know, I could be completely wrong, and Kabam may say the market, the economy and whatnot in game needs to be tailored fit for like higher unit spend. But a lot of the times I kind of feel maybe Kabam will kind of separate these out for special kind of bundles and deals in order to keep the price competitive-ish, but also give you something of a lot more unit spend that you maybe not really wanted. In any case, what are your thoughts on these particular potions? Have them in the comment section down below. But man, like I really want to get an idea whether or not the alliance-based potions are going to go into the glory store, because that's going to be important, I think, for a lot of players that especially have 6 stars that are using Alliance Quest or Alliance Wars. Because you want that health potion, that health back, but the potion spend is like a bit ridiculous, especially in the glory store. If you kind of think like, right, I need to get 2 and I only get 6,000, and most health pools of like high ranked 6 stars or high ranked 5 stars is a lot more. So I'd love to see an improvement in the glory store, and as well a fair representation on what the unit spend for the standard revives, level 4, 5 and 6, because that's going to be important for players, especially when it comes to grinding out a lot of the last remainder of Act 6 and future content. My final point on this is that with a week away from Abyss of Legends coming into the game, should it be a case that this should be announced or at least put in ASAP, so it obviously benefits those that are going to grind out. Because let's face it, if you're going to grinding out with like less valuable revives and potions, wouldn't it be best to kind of just put this in just for players to kind of have, especially because a lot of the whales are going to be kind of grinding out as well. So I think it makes it a little bit more fairer to have that in, rather than having to rely on about 4 unit revives and then having to put on a load of units in order to get the health pools of your 6 stars up higher quicker. Also, in other news, MCOC Trucos has put together this fantastic immunity chart. Now, there are a few things I think people have noted that aren't in there, and they've put that in the comments section of this particular post. But this just goes to show you that there's so extensive amounts of knowledge you have to have, and a lot of the time, even when you think that you've got it 100% right, there's always something that you've missed off. But yeah, it's still a solid piece and gives you a real idea of all the champion interactions with different types of things: poisons, incinerate, cold snap, bleed and shock, etc, etc. Resistance, shorter, shrug off. So there's a lot of bits of information here. Very handy. I would recommend that anybody that takes the game seriously to make a copy of this and have this on their PC so they can refer back to it, or print it off, print a copy of, have it on your phone, have it like quick to hand so you can actually refer back to this information when grinding out different areas in the game. In other news, and there might be a slight problem with Omega Red, and it's only with maybe a certain interaction. It's very early that this has really been reported, so we're still waiting to get more kind of info back. There has been a report back to the game team, but I'll try and explain a little bit like the ins and outs of what could be a problem with Omega Red. GoHard explains that there's a problem with Omega Red bypassing Tenacity above 10 spores. It's then going further to say Tenacity node gives champions 75% chance to purify debuffs. Omega bypasses nodes like Masochism, which is 100% chance to purify, and champions like Sig 200 Korg, who has 70% chance to shrug debuffs. Showcasing as of this point that he's gone above and beyond, and let's see what happens. Tenacity pings up. Kabam Zibit acknowledges and says, "We've passed this along to the rest of the team. Could those who have not done so already confirm for us where they saw this happening?" Dodolka saying that it's not even just happening in things like questing, like Uncollected, it's also happening things like Map 6, which is annoying, but I don't know if the level of complexity to this situation about, as I said, node interaction, champion ability interaction, and just general interaction is just a fine line between what a champion and how a champion interacts with said abilities and said nodes. It's like it's a bit confusing to a lot of people, but the fact is it's there, and Kabam I think needs to do a bit of a fine tuning as to where champions and how champions interact with different things. Our next story is a follow-up on the defense issue that we've seen very recently. So in Alliance Wars Defense, when you go to look at the defensive stuff and what happened, the interaction, etc, etc, you can get this error message that just pops up, and it's something that we did discuss recently in Marvel Contest of Champions news. But where are we up to with this story now? And I think the biggest shock is a couple of days ago, Kabam Zibit said the team is working on getting this resolved as quickly as possible and have a fix that will be able to be implemented in the next update. The season is still planned to start on its normal schedule at this time. Obviously, this is one of those situations that's not the greatest. Now, I know there will be a lot of people that don't really care too much about this and could take or leave it, but there are those that want to plan their war strategically, and this could really hamper any kind of efforts that they want to do this season, depending on how seriously you take the game from a competitive based nature. And obviously plenty of people have their say on this, feeling that this isn't really great, and also the length of time, because it's essentially saying it's next month that we get a fix, isn't exactly the most ideal situation. In any case, what are your thoughts on the delay? Is that something that's going to affect you, and as well the way that you structure your Alliance Wars defenses, and also seeing the performance? Is that something you don't really care about, or do you think that is something that Kabam should have dealt with prior to launching the Alliance War season, or maybe even to a degree delaying it? Have your thoughts in the comment section down below. And now on to our final story, and that's arena predictions. As you know, my predictions are down below at the moment, but also this is the repeating kind of version. With Mysterio, I said it was going to be about 2.8 mil, and I'd probably say if you're worried, put up to 3 mil. But I don't think it's going to be anything more than 2.8 if I'm to be brutally honest. Dark Hawk is a 5-star. I'm going with 30 to 35 mil. It's a decent champion. It's used. I know people do have rank 4 versions, even rank 5 versions, and swear that it's a great champion. But at the same time, it's one of those ones where it's an amazing defender. It's a pest as a defender. People may go for him. 30 to 35 mil is probably going to be where that's going to lie. 4-star version of this, I kind of feel that this is going to be another like 7 mil flat, or maybe more like 6.2 to 7 mil, that kind of bracket there. Maybe 6.5 mil down the middle, or 7 mil if you feel worried. And then the 3-star version of this, normally these go for the re-roller about 800k. But if you again feel worried, put up to about 900k. And obviously beginner brackets, I'm not quite sure with that. I know a lot of people put in a lot less, and it's difficult to get an idea around those kind of beginner brackets. But yeah, predictions down below at the moment. Thanks. There we have it. That has been the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Friday, the 17th of January 2020, not 19. Then he said 19. Check out some other content here. Check out some other content here. And I'll see you tonight. I'll probably do a special live stream on the second channel, which may be a crystal opening, maybe something else. But I do want to do something like that and have it interactive and fun. And then put it on the main channel. So we do on the main channel here, the highlights from that. So look forward to seeing you then. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.